for 2012 was after all the audition camps, the callback camp, at the end of ensemble that Sunday morning, I pulled the entire horn line in, everyone who was there. I was like, this is a finalist horn line. Like, this is a finalist drum corps. This is a finalist horn line. If you're coming here thinking this is a 17th place corps, so you're going to come here, get experience, and go elsewhere, I don't want you in this horn line. Like, that's not what we're working for. What we're working for is to be in finals, because this is a finalist drum corps. We've been in finals. We deserve to be in finals. We're going to be in finals. So, like, right at the outset, like, I was like, this is what it is. That's my expectation. Take it or leave it.
As vets, returning vets, and new members, we had like this fire burning inside of us that we just wanted to be better. Like, we knew we were good, and we needed to show that. We needed to like show that in people's faces that we are not playing around this time.
When I got the opportunity to come back in 2012, I was pumped.
And then 2012 was us coming back with a vengeance. We got a show that could take us a long way, and we knocked it out of the park. So it was pretty wild.
At some point that season, we became one.
I thought we were just really close in 2012, like the whole corps, but particularly the color guard. It was a good group.
There was just this energy that, as a whole drum corps, that we just clicked together.
My goodness gracious. I mean, talk about an emotional ride.
Semifinals of waking up, realizing that we're just a few tenths away. Like, we finally have a chance, and make it into the finals for the first time since 2004.
It's the smallest thing too. We were doing a stretch block at Trafalgar one morning, and it was kind of somewhat quiet. And I remember Daniel and Lyman kind of sitting there, and we're all looking around, and it was just quiet and still, and we weren't saying anything. We weren't tired. We were just hyper focused.
We went into semifinals knowing that could be our last performance together as a group. So we knew we had to throw down in order to have a chance to get in the finals.
We knew we just needed to keep knocking doors down, and we still had one more show to like knock a door down.
I remember it was kind of a presence about the entire group, which was, it wasn't, oh, we are going to do this or this is happening. It was just, this is the job.
One semifinals night came. We were warming up at the lot, and everybody was getting in the zone and getting ready to perform what we thought could have been possibly our last performance of the 2012 season. Right before we were going to head out to the stadium, our brass captain had J-Bug. He said, we're going to have a walk. We're going to walk from this warm-up site all the way to Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was at that walk that not only myself and my friends and every person in the horn line was, we all were walking silently towards the tunnel, which eventually led to the stadium. And once we got to the field, to the stadium, the energy that we were giving off of each other. In fact, right before we actually started the show, the pre-show, we would walk amongst each other. And so even there, you could just tell that we were like, let's do this.
And it felt great. It was fun. It was kind of just my way of putting a little extra zing, a little extra, something special into the show. And especially in 2012, I felt like I had the chance to say the statement that all the alumni wanted us to say, which was, we don't belong in semifinals, we belong in finals, and here's why. And that was one of the more humbling things that I got to do in my time in the drum corps, which was, I got to speak for our alumni and speak for all the other people that missed out on a finals performance from that long time out.
one of the best performances that I've ever had. One of the loudest crowds that I've ever performed in front of.
We knew that what we had just done was historic.
The greatest semis performance ever.
We completed a goal that we wanted to do. Leaving, you just hear sniffles. You're leaving the stadium, you hear sniffles. I'm in unity with Chris Lyman. Me and him were just going, just holding each other, just not wanting to let go.
And then I watched my friend Jared fall to the floor crying. We did it.
And I just hear somebody, I don't even remember who it is, running between the buses screaming, we did it. Like, we did it over and over. And then the bus starts shaking. We freak out, and I run out. And then Mike Lennox just grabs me, and he's just sobbing, crying. And he's like, I waited so long. And it's just like, I was done after that. I'll probably never feel anything like that ever again.
All those 8 years that Crossman was absent from finals, that was no longer the case.
Like, we knocked the final door down, and we really represented who the Crossmen are. We were the dark horse, and we blew people away.
It was probably one of the greatest moments of my life. And not because it happened, but because it happened with all of my friends.
As they performed tonight, we started off with the Crossmen. One of the big storylines of the year, Dennis, is the Crossmen made it back into the top 12 for the first time in, 8 years?
Well, it's the first time since they moved to San Antonio. What's really amazing is they were 17th last year, so to go from 17 to 12 in one season is remarkable.